Just wanted to give you a brief rundown on how to format your senior project report. I'm going to give you this Word document. I'm calling it the Senior Project Template. And what I'm doing is I'm using style sheets. If you're not familiar with style sheets, I'll give you the brief rundown and you'll have all my style sheets in here. But basically the styles in use are the abstract style. And if you go down to where the abstract is, you'll see that here. And that's in abstract style, as you can see. And what that does is it gives you a list of style attributes. Here it's 14-point font, it's centered, it's in the style gallery, it's based on body text. Body text is right here. We'll just format it in body text, and you can see for consistency, if everything is formatted with body text, you will get a nice consistent look to your document. So this is a thing where you can basically highlight all the paragraphs in here and set them to body text. And then if you don't like the way body text looks, well, you can modify the format. So for example, if you said to me, well, I think there's too much space in the body text between paragraphs, well, one thing you could do is you could go and reformat this so that the number of paragraphs, so that the amount of space between paragraphs changes. So here you could have 1.15 puts a little bit more. You got various line spacing options. You could say before you have 0, or maybe take out the after and then hit OK. And then what you can do is modify the style to update this selection. And now everything has been changed, and it changes it consistently throughout the document. Then I got a page break in here, and I start off with my table of contents. And you can update that field. Update the entire table. And now you can see where all the different sections and subsections have been included. And these are actually consistent not only with table entries, table of contents entries, but they're also consistent with the outlines. So if you go in, you do what's known as an outline view. You can do view outline, and then you can just show level 1, for example. And now you can see all the level 1 headings in the first line for each thing. And then if you want to, you can go and show the next level down, level 2. And all of these things are actually formatted so that they come up with a style. So this is heading 2. This one is going to be heading 1. If you go to level 3, you'll see heading 3. So that's deliberate, and it allows you to adjust your headings by dragging. And then what you can see in here are various headings that you need to fill in. Your ethics, marketing standards. Much of this has come from your various homeworks. For example, homework 7 and 8 had stuff about local and global societal standards. And you can just get that stuff from what you've done already. The realistic constraints and design approaches that you've taken all get documented, as well as your market, and that's the TAM, SAM, SOM that you've been working on. So these are elements that you've already seen, not a whole lot new in here, but it's being put together in a single document that's been well formatted. And for design approach, I've left in some work that was done for a prior student. Let's see if we can't see some more details on this. So this is all in, this should be in body text. That should be in body text. All in body text. And you know, when you look at something like this, you should see it's heading 3. So that allows us some level of consistency. Here we can see something was pasted in from the web, but it's actually all in body text. And this was pasted in from the web. using so-called normal, but we'll just set it up as body text and that'll make it consistent. So that's a way to get some kind of consistency, and here you can see this is not consistent, and it's seen right away. This is something that was just pasted in, and that's in normal style. So if you wanted it to be consistent, what you would do is you would highlight it and you'd click on body text, and then you'd have consistent formatting. And that's the point of style sheets. Style sheets allow you to have consistent formatting. So for your author section, you've got special author styles, which we're using to keep things consistent. And we want everybody on the team to be listed. So for example, here it says author, and that's the author style. Down in here, we're using an author style because you want to have the course number and course name. And let's see, what else do you need to know here? Probably your advisor will be somebody for the project, not me, but it might be me, so I might appear both as an instructor and an advisor. As we go through this document, we can see some of the instructions that are left behind for you to follow, and we can cover some of that in some more detail in class. But you definitely want a problem statement, and your introduction probably shouldn't be blank. So you should probably say something like, and here's the introduction is followed with normal. We don't normally follow introduction with normal. And also we don't want introduction to start with an indentation. So what you can do to stop that from happening is you can drag your indentation marks over. Get rid of this. See if we can get this to work properly. We'll highlight it. And then what we'll do is we'll go to heading 1 and we'll update to match this selection. So now when you mouse right on the document, you can update the field codes. Let's see, undo. Update the field, update the entire table, hit OK, and that should get you all of the page numbers and subsections correct. So that's just what you're looking for in this sort of document here. I've got the basic problem statement and an example, and when you look at this sort of thing, you can see it's all in body text. At least it should be. If it's not, you can make it that way. Just scroll up and click on body text. And then when you look to see if there's any other. See, it looks like normal is still in use somewhere. So if you find where it is, you can certainly get rid of it. But this is all in body text. For ethics, you'll be able to talk a little bit about what you did in homework 8. For the market, you can put in the Tam, Sam, and Sam. For standards, you got to write something about your standards. You've already done a little bit of work on that, so you can put that in. You're going to do your citations so that they all appear in the references cited, which occur at the end. And let's see now. We've got the societal impact, economic and environmental impact. We've got social impact, a lot of impact here. Legal ramifications, because you may be dealing with the FCC or the FDA. Possible harm to people, and that should probably be in body text format. As a matter of fact, we can put all of this in body text. Manufacturability, you can see this is in heading 3. This should all be in body text format. And then here's manufacturing style, and we'll put all of this in body text format as well. Here's realistic constraints, and now here's a list of possible constraints that you might like to consider. You don't have to use them all, but you should definitely have some of them, I should think, and you can probably make up your own. we'll call it I don't know, food for thought, things to think about. Let's see what else. Design approaches. Now, you probably have more than one approach that you can take to your design. List a few of them. You don't have to list them all, but probably more than four. Maybe three or four. Four would be a good number. And then eventually you'll conclude with the actual design that you've used. Here's an example where you say, the approach we took, or our approach, because you're on a team, and then you can write about that approach. Then comes the literature survey, and you may have done a little bit of search for the literature, and these things are going to be cited. And this is not the same as the standards. Those get cited separately. And then here's a design approach. Now that should be in heading 1 format. And I think that just about covers it. Let's see if there's anything else in here you need to know. I think that covers it. Oh, here, for example, here's a figure. That's in figure format. The next section is a caption, and that's in heading 9 format. So you can have your own little figure manuscript if you want to tabulate out to heading 9. Conclusion may be sparse at this point because this is an intermediate, it's only halfway through the year. Literature cited, please include only literature that you've actually cited. And that just about covers it. The only other thing is the appendix at the end. I put in some team resources, put in your advisor. Here's an example, a little bio for me, a bio for your advisor would be good. And then resumes for each member of the team. Put all of that in the appendix. And that's what I have for you. If you've got any questions, please let me know. Thanks a bunch. Talk to you later. Bye.